Hi Rito, it's the 22nd of May 2014, so you may be asking, why am I watching a Pokemon battle? Well, there are several reasons. 1. It's easy to do and my exams are in exactly 1 week. 2. The new games, remakes of Generation 3, Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire have been announced and I'm psyched for that. And 3. Generation 4 is ending and Nintendo are cutting internet coverage for the DS. So, here it is, my first ever Pokemon battle uploaded onto YouTube on my gaming channel 21on121. It is the first in my Alphabetical Marathon series, where I made teams of every fully evolved Pokemon in alphabetical order and then proceeded to the battle with them. I obviously can't remember the battle, it was made around 4 years ago now, but let's try and narrate it as best as possible and see if I can remember the old metagame that I spent far too much time playing. So as you saw, I led off for Abomasnow, clearly thinking he was Choice Scar, so I switched to Altaria thinking I could take an eruption, but clearly he was Choice Specs because otherwise it wouldn't do that much damage. And Choice Items means you can only use that move, but it raises it by 1.5. So Specs raises your special attack by 1.5, Scarf raises your speed by 1.5, Choice Band raises your attack by 1.5. But you're forced to use that one move. I obviously switched to Aerodactyl after because I was faster, assuming he wasn't Specs. Got a crit from the Stone, which is really nice because Tangrowth is actually a very, very defensive Pokemon. And then, predicting some sort of switch or protect, I went for Stealth Rock, which is a very important move, even in Generation 4 when there were especially in Generation 4 because that's originally when it came out, Stealth Rock's entry hazard. Well, Spikes existed before, but they weren't used too much, and Generation 4 was the first time we had a proper metagame, and when Wi-Fi existed, so you could battle with several different people. Anyway, Aerodactyl with Fire Blast, even nowadays that is rare. In those days it was even more rare. I'm pretty sure I was one of the only people to use it, well, from what I can remember, because obviously there weren't that many people at the time playing the game who also uploaded, but I remember that it was quite unique and it caught a lot of people off guard, especially very defensive Pokemon like Steelix, who are Steel type, you can normally tank most of Aerodactyl's move. So, as you saw, Stealth Rock did a huge number on that Typhlosion and is able to get it down to a decent amount where he can't use Eruption anymore, because Eruption is based on how many hit points you have. It's based on 50 at full hit points, so when it's at quarter it's a lot weaker, and Flamethrower is the best option. And if he had Stealth Rock up, for example, I wouldn't have been able to use my Focus Sash since it would have been broken. Focus Sash is an item where you can survive on 1 hit point as long as you were on 4 hit points at the beginning. So I'm able to take out the Typhlosion, and that's great, even though it didn't take it out with the Focus Blast, because Abomasnow's special attack isn't the best in the world. I was able to take it out with the residual damage of Hail. And in Generation 4, all your weather hazards stay up for the entire game, which is great because, well, not for this team particularly, but for weather teams that's great. Nowadays I think it's only 5 in Generation 6, but I can't remember off the top of my head since I actually haven't played that metagame too well. He predicts me, goes for a Pursuit, I switch into Aggron, and then predicting that he's going to predict me to switch, I switch into Alakazam, assuming he's going to go to Tangrowth, which is a very defensive Pokemon. Alakazam, even nowadays, has great special attack, and in Generation 4 it was awesome too. Oh, crit! Awesome! Take out that Milotic. So I'm going to assume now he's going to switch into Ambipom, try and go for a Fake Out, go for other things. So I'm going to switch straight into Aggron, but I'm not, because he's going to predict the Pursuit. Yes, awesome. And I'm also faster because I knew he wasn't going to go for the Fake Out, because if he went for the Fake Out, that would give me my free switch into Aggron. So I'm able to predict now even what he's going to do. Oh, Toxic Croak's probably going to go for the Sucker Punch. Nothing I can do for that. And I remember Generation 4 as if it was like yesterday. Probably going to switch into Aggron now, hoping he's going to miss his fighting type move. That's my prediction at least, so I can go for an Earthquake or something like that. Oh no, straight into, yeah, I didn't even know what I have on my team, because in Generation 4 you don't get team preview where you're able to see your opponent's team, but regardless, that seems like it's the end of the battle. Pretty short one, and I could probably have played it now, so clearly I still remember the game. Anyway, that said, thanks for watching. I'm going to say, see you in the near future.